Hello everyone, welcome to Class 9 of CM1. I'm Pratap from Smears Education Solutions. I will discuss about constant force of interest in today's class. You want to invest 100 and you want to get 110 after 1 year. If you want to get 110 after 1 year, if interest rate is 10% per annum, then that's fine. You deposit 100 because interest rate is 10% per annum. You will get 110 after 1 year. There is another possibility. If you deposit in a bank where your money will be compounded twice, then you have to get I2 divided by 2. This is 9.76%. If you divide it by 2, you will get 4.88. With 4.88% effective per half year, if your money is deposited, sits in the bank for two periods, one period is half a year, then also you get 110. Similarly, if you deposit money and your money is compounded 4 times, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 1, and you get interest rate 2.41% per quarter. This is I4 divided by 4. In that case, I4 will be 9.64%. This is the nominal rate of interest per annum convertible quarterly. So you convert it to a quarter interest rate. This is the effective rate of interest per quarter. Your money will be compounded 4 times and you get 110. Now go to this one. This is 1 second interest rate. Sorry, this is convertible to 1 second interest rate. So you convert it to 1 second interest rate. This is the effective interest rate per second divided by this. With this interest rate, with a period of 1 second, every second your money will be compounded here. So many times your money will be compounded. If your money is compounded with this interest rate per second, effective interest rate, and so many times it will be compounded. You can multiply 365, 24, 60 and 60. Still you get 110. Now from here, we'll proceed further and then we'll make it half a second. We'll make it 1/100th of a second. We'll make it 1 millisecond. Then what? Then we'll get something, a number which is very large. In that case, you can replace this by delta. The definition of delta is limit IP when P is very large. When this is very large, we replace everything by delta. So what is delta here? Delta is IP when P is very large. And we can write in words. This is the rate of interest per annum convertible every moment. The rate of interest per annum convertible, every moment. So here we have infinite moments. Remember that. So your money will be compounded infinite number of times. Every moment your money will be compounded. However, you get 110 after 1 year. If this is 100. So now the question is, can you say what is your instant interest rate? No, that is impossible. Even if you say very small amount, infinite such amount, if you sum up, that will be a very big one. In this case, you can say what is your moment interest rate, but then per year it will be 10%. Equivalent to 10%, you have to say something. So what is delta? The definition is the rate of interest per annum convertible every moment. But you can't convert this one like these. In discrete case, you can convert, you can divide it by 2, you get half year interest rate. You divide it by 4, you get quarter interest rate. You divide it by this big number, you get 1 second interest rate. You can't get 1 moment interest rate. This is not possible. We don't know this one. We know this. We know this. That is how continuous mathematics is different from discrete mathematics. This is 1 year interest rate, 1 year nominal interest rate. Like these all are nominal, delta is nominal. Delta can be converted to every moment interest rate. It's not possible, impossible. However, we'll be able to find the value after 1 year. We have a formula without proof here. If you deposit 1, then you get e power delta after 1 year. We can start with 1. 1 will grow to e delta. We say e power delta, whatever. 1 will grow to e power delta after 1 year. If your money is compounded only once in a year, you get this 1 plus I. If your money is compounded twice, you get 1 plus I2 by 2 power 2. If your money is compounded 4 times, you get 1 plus I4 by 4 power 4. That way it continues. And finally, if it grows every moment, it will grow every moment. Infinite number of times your money will be compounded. Then it will grow to e power delta. Proof is not required. You can remember this formula, e power delta, and you can do problems. Now, if you deposit your money for n time periods, n years, it will grow to e power n delta. If you deposit 100, 100 will grow to 100 e power n delta. If you deposit A will grow to A e power n delta. We can write individually. I mean, you can start from 1 here. After 1 year, it will be e power delta. After 2 years, it will be e power 2 delta. You can continue this one. After n years, your money will grow to e power n delta. This is equivalent to 1 plus I, 1 plus I square, 1 plus I power 3, and then 1 plus I power n. 1 plus I is e power delta. That is something you need to remember. E power delta is 1 plus I. Exactly like 1 plus I2 by 2 is 1 plus I square. This is 1 plus I. E power delta is also 1 plus I. If you take log both the sides, then it will be ln 1 plus I, log 1 plus I. Then delta is ln 1 plus I. If I is given, you can find delta. If delta is given, you can find I. If I is 10%, you can find corresponding delta. If delta is given, then put here and find I. I is E delta minus 1. E power delta minus 1, you can say. Now suppose I is 10% given and you want to deposit money for 1 year. You get 100 into 1.10, you get 110. If delta is 10%, though for I delta will be 9.53%, that's a separate thing. If delta is 10%, then your money will grow to, in 1 year, 100 into e power delta 0.10. We can use a calculator and we can find its value, whatever it is. However, corresponding to I 10%, if you find delta and use that delta, you get 110. Here you will not get 110 because I 10% is not equivalent to delta 10%. I 10% is equivalent to delta 9.53%. Remember, I 10% is equivalent to delta 9.53%. How can you find this? Use the formula e power delta is 1 plus I. Using that formula, you can find delta. So if you invest your money 100 with 9.53%, you get 110 once again. 9.53. You have to write 9.53 here, not 10%. .53. If you find e power 0.0953, multiply by 100, you get still 110. So I 10% is equivalent to I2 by 2 4.88% per half year. That is equivalent to per quarter 2.41%. That is equivalent to 9.53%. This is the constant force of interest. Now we have force of interest as well. We'll do that in the next class. So if you get a question like this, delta is 8% per annum and invest money for 5 years, 250, find the accumulated value. You just write this way, e power 5 delta. And the answer will be 250 e power 5 into 0.08. You get 372,956. Suppose two types of delta are there. It's 8% and then 10%. Delta is 8% for the first 2 years, 8% per annum. You can write from T0 to 2. And then from 2 to 5, it's 10% per annum. Then how can you find the accumulated value? This is 0, 2 here, 5 here. You have deposited 250. This will grow to 250 e power 2 delta. Here 8% you need to write. Let me write 8%. 0.8 into 2, 1.6. This one for 3 years. This will be 250 e power 1.6 multiplied by e power. Here for the next 3 years, it's 10%. 10% into 3. So 0.10 into 3. Sorry, there is a problem. This is 0.16. 0.16, right? 0.16. Because this is 0.08 into 2.16. And then this is 0.10 into 2. That is 0.20. If you find this, you get 396.01849. Here 372. However, here 396, because delta is different here. Delta is 10% per annum for 3 years and 8% for the first 2 years. However, here 8% for all the 5 years. That made the difference. We'll do more in the next class. If you have any doubt, you can always write in the comments. We'll try to clarify. Please like and share this video if you have enjoyed, and subscribe to our channel to keep up with our latest content. Thank you.